Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be reviewing two watches. Once again, I couldn't decide which one I wanted, so I went ahead and got both. We'll be reviewing the Christopher Ward 12 in the 40 in Balsalt Gray versus the 38 Midnight. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to the review. All right, so let's go ahead and review these watches. On the left, we have the Christopher Ward 12 38 Midnight edition, and on the right, we have our Christopher Ward 12 40 in Balsalt Gray. These watches essentially are really great watches in general. I have nothing but good to say about them. They look very good in person. The Balsalt Gray obviously has more of a textured dial, whereas the Midnight has more of a, how would you say, more clean, classy dial. The biggest difference, of course, is going to be the size, but also drastically is your bracelet. As you can see on the 40, it is drastically wider compared to the one on the 38. So it does wear smaller than a 38 than you would actually think of. In terms of the case size, again, 38 to 40, doesn't look like a drastic difference on, side by side. However, on wrist, it does make a difference. So let's go ahead and see that. This is how the 38 fits on my 6.5-inch wrist. And there you have that profile. As you can see, you do see a little bit of the bracelet from side to side there. And you see, of course, the finish is the same. Now, in comparison to that, we have the Balsalt Gray. You've probably seen the sizing on other videos, but for this comparison, we'll also do it. As you can see, it does look bigger on wrist. It's giving more of the wide for the lugs to lugs. So there we go. But of course the dial is a fantastic finish. And the bracelet itself is a little bit wider and chunkier. The main con, I would say, about the Midnight is the pro is the dial. The con is also the dial. The dial itself is very universal and versatile. You can dress it up and you can wear it out. However, because of the actual blackness of it, if you just see there, you can start seeing smudges very much so. So this annoys me throughout the day. I'll have to constantly use my shirt to just wipe off all those smudges from the oils. As comparison to the Balsalt Gray here, so let's go there. I can smudge it all I want and you really don't notice it. And the main reason for that is because on lighter colors, on lighter dials, smudges don't show as much as comparison to black. So if you have a black watch, you tend to see more smudges as comparison to a lighter color dial. So, but in general, even though there is that negativity, I do still prefer the 38 just based on the size and how classy it is. Because on wrist, just having that black contrast does make a drastic difference to me at least. And also what I did like is in terms of touch is the date calendar. Well, the date does have a silver border. It makes it more noticeable compared to the one you see on the Balsalt Gray. So overall, both watches are good. Whichever you get, you'll definitely love, but it all comes down to how it fits for you, right? I very much did love the Balsalt Gray 40, but I felt that since I was going more towards 37, 38 millimeter watches, the 40 started to feel a little bit bigger since I was getting used to smaller watches. So that being said, I am going to be selling off the 40 Balsalt Gray, and I'll be going ahead and keeping the Midnight 38. And just for showing as well, this is number 9. See if I can zoom in that. Number 9 of 300 of the original run. Originally, this was going to be a limited edition watch, but then again, it got very popular and it was selling quite a bit, so they went ahead and made it a more available model. But of course, the original run does have numbered compared to the current ones available right now on the site. But yeah, if you guys have any questions at all about this watch, usability, finish, or any questions at all, feel free to comment down below and I'll go ahead and answer those questions. That being said, thank you for watching and appreciate you comment, liking, and subscribing. And yeah, these are your watches and I am choosing the 38. Peace.